right. So we are going to be talking about moon phases. And so as you can see here on the calendar, check out the 8th and 9th and 10th. What you're noticing is the moon is going through a phase. It goes through a phase slowly. You know, it goes from 0% seen from Earth all the way to fully seen from Earth. It takes about 14 days to do so. So the whole idea here is that, you know, if you're looking at, if you can get in a spaceship and get away from Earth, and you can look at the moon from a distance and you can see the sun and the Earth and the moon, you will see that 50% of the moon is always lit at all times as it revolves around the Earth. That revolution is about 28 days, 28, 29.5. For our math purposes, I like to use 28 because it divides by 7 a whole lot easier, and you'll understand later as we kind of move along. So just know that it takes about a month for the moon to revolve around the Earth. Anyway, so this is a great picture here. Certainly don't forget about this. You can always come back to this and look at it. The important thing here is that it's a gradual change as it goes through the weeks from a new moon through its waning phases to half full to full moon, back to half full again, and then back to new moon. Okay, so let's move along here. Next. Again, I already talked about that. It takes 29 days, 29.5 typically, but we like to use 28 because it makes it a lot easier to count. I've got some strategies that will help. The word moon comes from an Old English, month comes from the Old English word moon. So that's where month comes from. Used to be called month back in the day. Anyway, so the first phase that kicks off the whole party is the new moon. This new moon is located in between the sun and the Earth. The lit side of the moon is the side we can't see because literally the sun, the moon is in between the sun and the Earth. So when we're looking up at the moon, we typically can't see it. You know, depending on the conditions in the sky, sometimes you can see the dark new moon in the sky, but you can't see it. It's not visible from Earth because the lit side is on the other side. For the next 7 days, it goes through a waxing stage. It goes from waxing crescent to first quarter. It takes about 7 days to go there. And waxing simply means it's getting brighter and the light's on the right. As you can see right here, the light is on the right of this circle, which would be the moon. Okay, and crescent means less than half full. So as it's getting brighter, those 7 days that it takes to become a first quarter, we call that a waxing crescent. It's a transitional phase, this waxing crescent. And then the next main phase after new moon is the first quarter, light on the right. It took 7 days to get there. And then for the next 7 days, it continues its wax, but this time it's more than half full. So we call that gibbous. More than half full, that's what gibbous means. Okay? And it goes through that for 7 days until it becomes a new moon, fully bright in the sky. The dark side of the moon is on the other side. We can't see it. The alignment is sun, earth, moon now, if you're going from left to right. Happens halfway during the cycle, takes about 14 days. 14 and a half days or so to go from new moon to full. But for math purposes, we like to use 14 days. So 7 for the first quarter, 14 for the full moon. Now it becomes, now the moon is going from full back to new again. But this time we call that waning because the light is now going away. And as you can see, the next 7 days from a from a full moon to a last quarter, it is a waning gibbous. Now the light is on the left-hand side, the left. So 7 days it goes through that phase, about 6 days or so, and then it becomes a last quarter, light on the left, as opposed to a first quarter where it was flip-flopped. The dark side was on the left and the light was on the right. But these waning moons, all the light is on the left. That means it's going away. The light is waning. So 21 days into the cycle, we are on a last quarter, and then for the next 6-7 days, it is going away. The light is waning more this time, less than half full. We call that a crescent, but instead of the light being on the right, which would make it a waxing crescent, now the light is on the left and it's a waning crescent. Okay, so about 28 days to go through the full cycle. Again, here we go, the start of it, 7 about here, 14 about here, 21 about here, and then 28 back to here again. Okay, 7, 14, 21, 28, kind of like a football score. But it goes all the way back to the new moon, and then it kicks off the whole cycle again. What I want to do is now I'm going to pull up a boom. So I want to kind of show this to you so you can see it. I'll do a little bit of drawing, I think. I've got some cats and dogs there, as you can see on the right-hand side. But let's see what we can do here. We're going to set the color. It's black. Yep, we're good. And my tool is going to be, I don't know, pencil tool? Let's try it. Let's see how this works. So let's draw our phases. These are the 4 main phases. This is the new moon. We're going to darken it up like this. Okay? We're going to call this a new moon. Boom. New. Whoa. Well, that's not working too well. I don't like that. Anyway, so that's our new moon. And then we will do our first quarter here. Kind of like so. Sorry about my drawing. I'm going to leave that full. And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do like so. There we go. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my plane. I hope this works well. Yeah, man. There we go. I'm going to draw my transitional stages or phases, sorry. And then we'll fill it all in and get it all looking good. So what I meant to do earlier was, let's erase that. Go back to my pencil, plane. So this is the new. This is the full. This is the first quarter. And this is the, it has 2 names, last quarter or third quarter. Whatever floats your boat, it means the same thing. I'm going to pull out my sketch again, and then here we go. So what side is the light on when you are waxing? The right. So waxing means less than half full. So I'm just going to kind of draw this a little bit. Ooh, kind of like so. Draw it in. Give it a little. There we go. That's precious. And now let's do this side. Boom. So those are my 3 waxing phases. Waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous. Now let's do light on the left. Gibbous, so it's mostly full. So we'll just do a little dark here. Nope, totally jacked that up. Let's erase it. I love making mistakes. It's all good. I'm okay with mistakes, just as long as you catch it and fix it. So let's go back again. Now it's this side. Sorry. There we go. Much better. And then our crescent, like so. Pull out our pencil. So we're going to start writing and make sure we have it all right. So this is these stages here. Waxing. Light on the right. So we're going to put a little R here. Right. Right. And then light on the left here. Left here. Left here. This is my crescent. This is my gibbous. This is my gibbous. And this is my crescent. And these stages are waning. And everything in space moves counterclockwise. So this is the direction that they go. It's very important that you remember this direction. And that, my friends, is how you create your visual drawing, representation, whatever you want to call it, for the moon phases. Now, again, I'm going to wrap this up. All your information you need is right here in what we're talking about. But a couple things really quickly. Remember, new moon starts the party. Here, 7 days. So 7 days to first, 7 days to full, 7 days for third quarter, 7 more days back to new again. Okay, so check this saying out. Skip a phase for 7 days. Ooh, you like that? Skip a phase for 7 days. Skip a phase for 7 days. Skip a phase for 7 days. So as I'm skipping this phase, I know that we skip one phase, we moved 7 days. So it makes it really easy when you're trying to do math. If they say it's today, you're looking up in the sky and the moon is half full, light on the right, what will it be in 14 days? 7, 14. It will be a last quarter. You like that? Once you have this model, if you can draw this out, you can answer a lot of questions. Let's say it's a waxing gibbous. What was it 10 days ago? Okay, 7 here. It's not quite 14, so bang, there's your 10 days ago. So if they're asking what was it in the past, you go clockwise, or what will it be in the future, you go counterclockwise. So today is a new moon, and it's, February 14th. What will it be on the 28th? Well, I know that that's 14 days away. Nope, 10 days away. So there's 7 in 14 days, or 10 days, it will be a waxing gibbous. There you go, friends. Moon phases. Boom. Talk to you soon.